Welcome to Fantasy Smack Talk. I'm Dustin, and this is another Fantasy Football University video. Fantasy Football University is an app that we created, basically an online book. Takes you before the season, during the season, all the way to championship to help you win. Click on the link in the card or in the description to check it out. Something in there from all skill levels, and thank you to Fantasy Jocks for sponsoring this series. These videos, which is taking very small snippets of what is in the app. This video is talking about top 10 tips for new commissioners. First one, start planning early. It can take a long time to find a draft time that works for everyone, especially if you're trying to do a draft where people are there live in person. Start planning early. Collect league dues before the draft. I've been a commissioner for probably about 15 years now. One little trick for you, lock their team after the draft if they haven't paid you yet. You'll get your money very quickly. Next tip. Communicate early and often. I mean, this one's simple. Just keep everyone in the loop with things, you know, with how you're doing with how you want to do the payouts. If you're doing a cash league, just anything that they need to know, just keep everyone up to date. Don't procrastinate with things. Clarify league rules and settings. If there's any weird settings that you have that people might not know about, make sure they know. In the league message board, if you have specific rules that you like to go by, lay it all out before the season. There's no surprises. If people, are complaining about things, you can go back and be like, look, it's been in writing since before the season. That can help in a lot of situations. Moving on, promptly respond to issues. If you are a commissioner, issues will come up. Do not procrastinate. They won't go away. Be quick to respond. It's a lot better to do it that way than putting it off. Always be fair and consistent. The next tip. This one can be hard. There's always one or two people in the league that thinks every single trade is unfair. Daryl, and there can be very annoying. But you just have to be fair and consistent. Let things set kind of a precedent for how you're going to do things in the future. But just try to be as fair and consistent as possible. Listen to your league members is the next tip. You don't want to be a dictator, but you also have to be stern when you need to be. But you need to listen to the league. If there's certain changes they want to make, listen to them and decide if you want to do them. The next one, assert authority as needed. You're the commissioner. Someone has to take charge. So, there will be times when you have to say, no, this is how it's going to be. Like it or don't like it, I don't care. This is how it's going to be. You have to be assertive at times, but you definitely at the same time want to listen to the league and make sure you're being fair with everyone. Keep things fun and interesting. A lot of times you can do this with prizes for the winner or have loser prizes, which is a lot of fun. What we do is the last place team, we do a live draft. Last place team from the year before has to buy pizza for the draft in the next year. So kind of things like that. Just keep it fun, keep it interesting. And the last one's don't tolerate bad owners. I consider it a privilege to be in my leagues, and if you make me mad or you're doing things that are just making the league to where it's not as much fun, you're not going to get an invite next year. So don't tolerate bad owners. Keep it fun. So that's it. That's the 10 tips for new commissioners. Thank you to Fantasy Jocks for sponsoring this series. Again, for part of things for keeping it fun, if you don't have any type of league prize or something like a belt or a trophy, it really does help. It keeps people more involved. Check out fantasyjocks.com. Subscribe to this channel. Give us a thumbs up, comment, check out our website, and check out Fantasy Jocks.